What if I told you that one simple decision, a decision most men laugh at, is silently reshaping your body, rewiring your brain, and making everyone around you strangely uneasy? This is not a theory. This is not folklore. This is biology, psychology, and raw human instinct playing out in real time. Stay with me. The moment you begin retaining, something shifts. Not in a week, not in a month, within days. People start staring a half second longer. Strangers hold eye contact like they're trying to figure something out. Conversations change direction toward you without explanation. Nobody admits it, but everyone feels it. Why? Here is the disturbing part that nobody in mainstream science wants to discuss openly. Human beings are not just rational minds. They are biological radar systems, constantly scanning every person around them for signals of power, focus, and control. And when someone in the room suddenly starts radiating those signals, the entire social environment reacts. When you stop scattering your most primal energy across impulses and distractions, your body begins to change in ways that go deeper than willpower. Your posture shifts, your voice steadies, your eye contact does not waver. These are not tricks or performances. They are the automatic outputs of a nervous system that is no longer depleted. And here is where it gets unsettling. The people around you, your friends, your co-workers, even complete strangers, they detect these changes before you are even aware you are projecting them. They do not know why they feel it. They only know that something about you is different, and that feeling makes them nervous. Why would your improvement make other people nervous? That answer goes back 100,000 years to when human survival depended entirely on knowing who in your tribe was strong, who was weak, and what a change in that balance meant for everyone. Every social group runs on subtle, invisible power dynamics. Everyone has a role, a rank, a level of dominance and submission that others have subconsciously mapped. When one person begins rising in presence and discipline, those maps become outdated. The group does not celebrate this quietly. The group tests it, hard, and often without realizing it. The testing begins in small ways that feel almost accidental. A friend cracks a joke at your expense. A co-worker suddenly challenges your opinions in a meeting. A stranger holds your gaze half a second past what feels comfortable. These are not random. This is evolutionary software running in the background, probing for weakness in the new signal you are broadcasting. On a subconscious level, the people testing you are asking a single urgent question. Is this change real, or is it temporary? Is this man genuinely becoming something different, or is he simply having a good week? They are not asking this with words, they are asking it with pressure. And the retention practitioner who understands this becomes unshakable. There is a dark side to this process that most content on this topic completely ignores. When your discipline climbs, you hold up an accidental mirror to everyone around you. The mirror shows them their own stagnation, their own drift, their own compromises. And some people hate that mirror with a passion they cannot explain. Those are the ones who will test you hardest. The science behind this is precise. When sexual energy is not constantly discharged, a specific kind of mental tension builds. That tension is not stress, it is fuel. The brain becomes sharper. The fog that most people accept as normal daily life begins to thin. Alertness increases. The reward cycle that kept you chasing distraction loses its grip. With that sharpened state comes something unexpected and slightly alarming. Your perception intensifies to a degree that ordinary life begins to feel almost theatrical. Social cues you once missed become obvious. Emotional undercurrents in conversations surface like objects rising through clear water. You begin reading the room, not with effort, but automatically, instinctively, unavoidably. This is where the experience becomes genuinely strange. A casual joke begins to feel like a deliberate probe. A compliment carries a hidden question. A stare from across the room feels like a challenge being issued. And here is the critical truth that separates those who master retention from those who are overwhelmed by it. Some of that is real. Some of it is your sharpened perception catching signals that were always there. The world did not suddenly become more aggressive. You simply upgraded your antenna. You are now receiving frequencies that were always broadcasting. The social aggression, the flirtation, the rivalry, the curiosity, it was always swirling around you. You were just too foggy to notice it. Retention does not create the storm. It simply opens your eyes inside it. Now here is a question that will make you rethink every social interaction you have ever had. Why do humans test strength? Not weakness. Strength. Think about it. When someone appears scattered and low energy, people around them relax. When someone appears focused and disciplined, people around them probe and challenge. what is actually happening in that moment? The answer is ancient. Strength in one person represents both opportunity and threat to everyone else. An opportunity because aligning with a strong person raises your own position. A threat because a strong person may outcompete you or expose your weaknesses. The test you experience during retention are your social world performing rapid threat and opportunity assessment on you in real time. Attraction enters the equation in a way that makes the whole dynamic even more charged. Retention produces subtle but measurable biological changes. The voice stabilizes and deepens slightly. Micro-expressions become controlled without effort. Movements lose their nervous, scattered quality and gain a smoothness that reads as confidence at a primal level. You begin to move like someone who is not afraid. And when you move like someone who is not afraid, you trigger the oldest social signal in human history. Confidence is not loud. It does not announce itself. It is the complete absence of the tiny flinches, hesitations, and micro-retreats that most people perform dozens of times every single day. Retention removes those flinches by removing the anxiety that produces them. There is one more layer that almost nobody talks about, and it is the one that will genuinely disturb you. The people in your life who claim to support you, who say they want you to grow, some of them will become the most aggressive testers when they see real change beginning. Not out of malice, out of fear. Because your growth threatens the version of you they needed. When someone else begins to improve, it disrupts their predictions. They built routines and expectations around who you were. When you change, those routines shatter. They must rebuild their understanding of you from scratch. That process is uncomfortable. Many people react to that discomfort the only way they know how, by trying to push you back into the version of yourself they understood. The practitioner who understands this does not fight it. They do not get angry. They do not feel betrayed. They simply observe. Because once you understand that the testing is mechanical, that it is evolutionary machinery firing automatically, it loses its power to wound you. You step outside the emotional reaction and into a place of almost calm fascination. This is the point in the journey where something profound and slightly eerie happens. You begin to stop reacting on autopilot. Someone provokes you, and instead of the usual snap response, there is a pause, a stillness. You consider, you choose. And the person who provoked you does not know what to do with that stillness. It unsettles them more than any reaction ever could. Social patterns are built on predictable reactions. When you remove your predictable reactions, you become unreadable. And unreadable people are simultaneously fascinating and unnerving. The testers push harder trying to find the button that still works. When they cannot find it, something shifts in how they relate to you permanently. The dynamic changes. Your rank in the invisible hierarchy quietly rises. Let me be precise about something that the wellness industry gets completely wrong. Semen retention is not magic. It does not give you supernatural powers. It does not summon auras or bend reality. What it does is something far more powerful and far more verifiable. It removes the drain, and when the drain is removed, what remains is the real you, undiluted, unfogged, fully present. The monks who meditate for 14 hours experience the same social effect. The athlete who trains twice a day while others sleep experiences it. The musician who sacrifices social comfort for the craft experiences it. When any human being commits their energy deeply and consistently to a demanding path, the world responds with the same curious, probing, slightly awed attention. Retention is simply one of the most primal roads to that place. Eventually, something remarkable happens. The testing fades, not because people become kinder or the world softens. It fades because you stop fluctuating. The testers are looking for cracks. When there are no cracks to find, when your discipline has become so stable that there is no gap between who you are and how you behave, the testing simply has nowhere to land. What once felt like a battlefield becomes an ordinary walk. The same social interactions that once felt like attacks now feel like information. Every challenge tells you something about the person issuing it. Every test reveals the energy behind it. You begin to move through social life the way a master chess player moves through a game, always seeing further than the current moment. The real transformation is not in what other people see. It is in what you stop tolerating inside yourself. The old habits, the old patterns, the unconscious reactions that once ran your life without permission. Retention forces a confrontation with each of them, one by one, until the discipline is not something you practice but something you simply are. That is the final state. Here is the last thing I will say, and I need you to hear it clearly. The aura is not mystical. It is the outward face of inward discipline. You are not becoming magnetic because of some energy field. You are becoming magnetic because you are doing the one thing most people will never do. You are mastering yourself. and the world cannot look away from someone doing that. If this video shifted something in you, even slightly, then you already understand why this knowledge is dangerous in the best possible way. Hit the like button right now. Share this with one person who is ready to hear it. Subscribe so the algorithm brings you the next level of this work. And if you want content that goes deeper than this, content that will genuinely change your daily life, tap the thanks button below. That signal tells us you are ready for more. The thanks button is not just support, it is a message to us that you want the content that we do not put in public videos, the frameworks, the protocols, the specific techniques that are too layered for a general audience. Every thank you pushes this video to more men who need it. Every subscription builds the community that is quietly doing the work everyone else is talking about. You know what to do.